early in the morning. It's about 23rd of January. Mercury's been retrograde 36 hours, and what a change. All around the place. On the one hand, yeah, of course, classic Mercury retrograde. Cars are failing, emails aren't happening, communications breaking down. Yeah, right, okay, that's normal for Mercury retrograde, but there's something different. I'm seeing just in this last 48 hours a shift. This year so far has been nothing but challenge, stress, blockage, frustration, and a feeling of deep fear on a lot of people's part. Irrational fear, as if actually the whole shebang is extremely fragile. It's a culmination of what's been building over the last 3 or 4 years with the Uranus-Pluto square, and the full moon at the start of this year really upped the ante for everyone, whether they were directly affected or not. Now, just in the last 48 hours, Mercury's gone retrograde. We've had a new moon at the very start of Aquarius, and now, not only has Mars passed Neptune, but the moon is now in middle Pisces. It's past Neptune and Mars in the last 24 hours, and I'm just picking up in this last 24 hours a decrease in stress and worry. This is not to say that it's gone away. It hasn't, but there is a kind of dumbed downness around now. There's a numbness that's going to stick around now for a few weeks whilst Mercury is retrograde. Don't worry, the ante is going to get upped again, and the next step on this, I've said for a long time that the first 3 months of 2015 are going to see the end of 2014 and the Uranus-Pluto square. We've had phase 1 of the end, and that was the full moon on the 5th of January. The second phase will come in the second week of March, and the third phase and the very first few days of April, and then that's it. But over the next 3 weeks now, I think we can actually not lower our shields or dumb down or even drop a gear, but we don't need to feel that we have to watch our backs all the time. Add to this that particularly today it's Mercury, not only Mercury retrograde, but the moon's about to go void in a few hours time, and then that's that for the next probably 36 hours. So there's not going to be a lot happening, except in, obviously the world will continue spinning on its axis. There will be people dying and born and things like this, but in terms of the larger picture, the big deal, the grand scheme of things, if there is such a thing, then this next couple of days is going to be relatively calm. I was watching Jupiter on the walk home last night about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Resplendent. I know I've gone on about this in the last few days, but look to the east, regardless of where you are in the world, for about an hour or two after sunset. As long as it's not mountains in the way, and it's clear sky, you will see Jupiter absolutely glorious at the moment. It's at its strongest right now, and it's approaching brightest. Brightest and nearest will be in about 15 days from now. So we're going to get quite a light show. However, by that time the moon will be quite close to it, so it may dim the brightness of it somewhat. Nevertheless, Jupiter's going to give us quite a light show over the coming few days. It's lovely up there. It's very random, you see. You can't predict Mercury retrograde. The more you try and live life in a routine, the more you behave almost on autonomic pilot in a conventional and orthodox way and deliberately try and dumb down, the more you're going to screw up. I get the impression with this Mercury in retrograde not affecting any of the outer planets big time, not in a challenging way, it is doing a lot of stuff in clients' charts. I've seen it many times in the last week or two. I think this Mercury retrograde is asking us to dance. I think it's asking us not to behave in normal routine ways because it's Mercury retrograde. That's not going to work. But neither to try and preempt it and deliberately be different. I think this Mercury retrograde is asking us to suspend a form, an element of rational judgment and decision making, and just trust the process and go with the flow. Trust the tides, trust your gut instinct. rational and emotional, intellectual and feelingful. They're on hold at the moment. It's gut instinct for the next few weeks. I quite like this Mercury retrograde already. Catch you later. Bye.